Welcome to another episode of The Daily Practice. The window is open, the request lines are open, the hourglass is flipped, and the sand is falling. Let's get to work. Here he is, our troubadour, Nathan Moore.
Really? All that, huh? Yeah, it's so funny. I just told a whole story. I still got it, folks. Oh, man. Well, long story short, Leo's at the doctor in Charlottesville. My normal guitar is getting repaired over the weekend, and the guy is really awesome, and he is apparently will be back on Monday, so stronger than ever, I'm sure. I can't believe I was muted all that time. I just told a really sweet story, but I just can't even do it again. Oh, that makes me so sad. Oh, did you ever wake up with this bullfrogs on your mind? Oh, did you ever wake up with those bullfrogs on your mind? When you wake up laughing, laughing just to keep from crying. How did you ever wake up with that one woman on your mind? How did you ever wake up with that one woman on your mind? When you wake up laughing, laughing just to keep from crying. My mama's got 'em, my daddy's got 'em, my sister's got 'em, my brother's got 'em. Well, I woke up this morning, grandma had 'em too. It seems like everyone lately has the Bullfrog Blues. with those bullfrogs on your mind? Did you ever wake up with those bullfrogs on your mind? When you wake up laughing just to keep from crying. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of debate out there about who wrote this song. You could attribute it to all kinds of people. I think the version I heard the most growing up was Canned Heat's version. I have a particular memory with this one, though. I'm just right now contemplating just how much of this memory should I share with you right now, because I tell you what, it could take up the whole hour if I was to tell you the whole truth. Then again, I don't know if there's any version of Long Story Short that really will get you anywhere even close to the ballpark where this game was played. Oh, it was a night with my cousins, and we decided we were in high school, but we were hanging out. They're from Virginia Beach. I'm a nature boy here in Virginia, and they were over this way visiting. We decided we wanted to have a little fun. But none of us were old enough to buy any booze at the time, so we had to figure something out. Well, my cousin Eric, he was always a year older than Travis and I. It's sort of interesting there. This sort of bonded Travis and I together against Eric in lots of different ways growing up. But, we always had fun together, too. We loved each other very much. But Eric now, he had been working out. He got big. He was like just a muscle man. He looked like Schwarzenegger in the 70s or something. He was buff. So we go into this 7-Eleven and we try to buy some booze. And the gentleman refused to sell it to us. But there's some Jedi sense that I've always had, and I detected an angle, and I saw something in the guy, and I said, well, how about this? If my cousin here can beat you in arm wrestling, will you sell us that bottle of Mad Dog 2020? He didn't say no right away. I still can't believe it to this day, but then he agreed to the situation. It's like, all right, he was strong. I could tell he was strong, but I knew he wasn't going to want it as much as Eric. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Well, it happened right there, right by the cash register, right where the products go, where the money is exchanged, and Eric took them down pretty much in one fell swoop. Made it look easy, if you ask me. Next thing you know, the three of us had our bottle of Mad Dog 2020 and we were heading out to the river. We got to drinking that Mad Dog 2020. Now we were young, so we were lightweights, cheap dates. Didn't take us much till we were hooting and hollering at the moon above. And then one of us had the idea, we should go frog gigging. We should gig frogs. Oh no. Now, I don't know if you've ever been frog gigging, but it's a pretty horrific situation. But I mean, if frog legs are delicious. But it basically involves putting like some kind of a nail or knife at the end of a stick. You're making like, I don't know, what do you call those things? What's that called? What's it called when they put the thing on the end of your gun? Machete? Not a machete. Well, what is that? You know what I'm talking about. I think we drove some nails into the end of some broomsticks, and then we headed out in the canoe. Now what you do is you take a flashlight and you shine it on the bullfrog's eyes. Bullfrogs are big, by the way. If you don't know bullfrogs, they're big. It's a whole thing. So you shine the flashlight in the bullfrog's eyes and it freezes. It just freezes. And then you gig it. You gig it. you stab it, and then you put it in a bag, and then you go for the next one. Oh, the horror. So of course we covered our faces in mud. No, we didn't do that. I'm thinking of Apocalypse Now for some reason. I was first. I think Travis was holding the light, Eric was holding the bag. And we had one there's a lot of bullfrogs out there, by the way. And that frog was frozen in the light of the flashlight, and I stepped up with the gig, and I was gonna do it. I could do it. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I was like, I can't do it. Oh! Give me more of that Mad Dog. Travis was up next. He too. I mean, we were bonded together. We were a year younger. He couldn't do it either. Oh, it's up to this fighting man. It's up to Muscle Man over here. Now I'm gonna have to confer with him to find out exactly how this story went, because it gets a little blurry at this point. But all I know is after about an hour, we had about 9 of these frogs mutilated in a bag, not fully dead yet. Another bottle of Mad Dog's gone. We're making our way back home. We're gonna have some frog legs and feast like kings, like warriors, like warrior kings. We get over to the bank. Travis gets up there. Eric stands in the canoe to hand the bag up to Travis. And whoa, canoe! Whoa, no! Oh my God! Oh my God! Mutilated frogs are hopping everywhere. They're loose. They're mutilated frogs everywhere. Oh my God! There's one on my face. Get it off me! Get it off me! Get it off! Oh my God! Oh, get him back in the bag! Back in the bag! Oh, this is just a mess. I think we got 1, 2, maybe 3 back in the bag. 2 for each, 2 legs for each. I don't know. Now maybe I shouldn't admit this part, but it is how the story goes. My father was home the whole time. He was up in the house. He didn't quite know what we were up to, but he gleaned. I can never tell. Both. Well, we had that night, we ended up sleeping out in the lawn in various places, hammocks under the picnic table, as you do. But we were sound asleep as the dawn came up, and my father, in all his wisdom and with his tremendous sense of humor, did something to us. He pulled the speakers of his stereo system. We were asleep. He snuck it out. We were passed out in various parts of the yard, and he brought out both speakers onto the back porch. It's the middle of the country here, folks. He pulled both speakers out onto the back porch. He went in, and he put on a 45 record he had. It was Canned Heat. He cut that up to 10. The next thing you know, I think I hit my head on the top of the picnic table. As roaring through the microphone, I hear this guy screaming, "How did you ever wake up with those bullfrogs on your mind? How did you ever wake up with those bullfrogs on your mind? How when you wake up laughing just to keep from crying." True story. Now you see, if I was Todd Snyder, I would have had at this point told that story hundreds of times. I don't know if I've ever really told that story before, but I should probably tell it 99 more times. True story. Don't ask me how the frog legs were. I don't remember. I'm going to have to call up my cousins and see what facts I'm making up and which ones I've completely forgotten, which better ones I Gold star banter points. I love it. I know I should be doing that way more often. It's so hard. It's the whole thing. I love how in Todd Snyder's book he talks about how when he decided that he was going to do the storytelling thing, and this is more true than most people know, but he would walk around the track and he would tell the same story over and over and over again. He'd tell it to his wife, he'd tell it to his friends, he would tell the same, and you work on the pacing, like every word is it, and it feels extemporaneous if when you just see somebody for the first time, but it's really sort of a piece of poetry, a long piece of poetry, and then you get little new twists like jazz, then you riff in surprising ways on different nights. But the story itself is structured, it's well crafted, it's rehearsed, it's practiced. And I wish I you know, for me, it's, there's always new ears every night, but there's also a lot of people that hang out here on the regular. This is our hang, and I don't know. But most of you probably wouldn't mind hearing me tell the same story repeatedly because you know what I'm up to. And you know the differences. You catch the new twists. This is a fun little. I haven't played this guy very much. If you're just tuning in, my normal guitar just went to the shop today. I just bought it about a month ago, and 2 weeks in, it cracked right down the seam from the saddle to the bottom of the guitar. Cracked and it's just every luthier I've talked to out here has told me that you just would not believe how many calls this winter has been a massacre of guitars here in Virginia because it's been so dry, like lower than 20% humidity, just super low humidity. And every luthier I've talked to has been like, this winter has been crazy. Phone's been ringing off the hook. So just my luck. At 54 years old, first time I ever go shopping for a new guitar for myself, and bought myself a really special one, and 2 weeks in, it just cracks. And the funny thing is, the luthier is really sweet. He's like, man, you've been loving this thing. It's fun to see. He said that in a text. And I was like, oh my God, how can he tell I've been loving this thing? I was like, because of how dirty it is and how dinged up already it is. And he's like, no, just like the sheen to the shine, or his trained eye was like, God, this. And I was like, well, that's sort of what happened, is even though for the first time in my life, I've tried to take care of an instrument. I did all the things. I've never done all the things. I've never put a humidifier in a case or done any of that. This one, we bought a humidifier for the house, for a room. We bought all the humidifier stuff and put them on it. Like whenever it was in its case, it had humidifier packs and was being humidified. The problem was it wasn't in its case enough. If I was awake, I was playing it. And that was just too much. It dried out in my hands. It was in my lap as the water got sucked out of it and the wood constricted and it cracked at the seam. Crazy. Sit by me sad, sit by me sorry, whatever you have. You don't have to worry now, just try to relax. This too shall pass, no hurry. I know it's a drag, seems like there's always a season like we never had. But we both know the reason that it ain't so bad. In fact, sometimes it's downright easy. And as long as we stay together, we'll always have forever. Then all the lousy weather will just get it out. Just let it out. Mm-hmm. couple honeybees. Flower to flower, come on, honey. Let's use our superpower. As long as we stay together, we'll always have forever. Then all the lousy weather can just get it out. You just let it out. I haven't really played this guitar at all since I got it, since the first night we played with it. I did pick it up a little bit last night because I'd already packed Leo away for his adventure. And I found what I thought was the beginning of a cool song, but I couldn't go anywhere with it. And now I can't remember exactly the melody of it. Yeah, it's pretty fun, huh? I can get up a tree, but I can't get back down. Once I see how far I am off the ground, I see that, think fine, I'll just hang around. Wait till I can fly. I'm waiting like a rainbow on the rain. That's all I got. Waiting. But I love that beginning. I can get up a tree, but I can't get back down. Once I see how far I am off the ground. Hey, that's a good segue. I'm with you, Jeff. Let's go there. I'm lucky. I just realized I forgot to cut on the piano camera, but apparently I forgot to cut it off last night too. So good. Tried singing my song, but I woke the missus. Went out in the yard, and the neighbors rose. Walked down the street, then come the police. So that's the way the song goes. Get me out of this jail. Gotta hit those high notes. Gotta stomp my foot on the refrain. Oh, but the judge sentenced me to the rooftops. And then only when it rains. Tried the afternoon. But what with all the clatter, it's like lighting a candle in the middle of the day. Sure, it gives off light, but it don't matter, 'cause no one needs it then anyway. Get me out of this jail. Gotta hit those high notes. Gotta stomp my foot on the refrain. Oh, come on. Oh, but the judge sentenced me to the rooftops. But only rains. Tried not singing at all. I really thought I could do it. I went 4 days, then it all came out so loud. I didn't even know I could do that. They sure throwing that key away on me now. Get me out of this jail. Gotta hit those high notes. Gotta stop my foot on the refrain. Oh, but the judge sentenced me to the rooftops. But only when it rains. And then when it rains. Oh, that was a fun request. I had a couple of new moves I discovered there that became intrusive thoughts, trying to do the moves. And then the crackling microphone was really, almost got mad at it. I ain't mad at it. But, yeah. Pushing the pedal to make it quieter and a little janglier during the verses, and then switching over to my kick drum down here, which is a cardboard box with a kick pedal on it. Then I get to get my foot back for the verses, and there was a new little run from the E. That little run's nice. Judge sends me to the rooftops, and only when it rains. Welcome to practice, folks. Welcome to practice. This is not the show. I'll prove it. Oh, God. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is again. Thank you, thank you. You won't do it now. Can't do it now. What you gonna do now? Sitting in the shades of green, chickadee trills and the air's wet. I pet my dog and he knows what I mean. This is as good as I get. The radio announces explosions one by one. The bees are buzzing in their hive. Dad is laughing up in his room, and I'm alive. And I believe in the actions of this Phoebe, built this clever nest upon my porch, a peaceful raindrops, and it's hard to believe in war. But Joe is calling up his girlfriend, Nana's baking a pie, Me, I've been reading Thoreau and living up in a tree, not really wondering why. Oh, the sweet beauty of a flower's poverty, the magic starry nights. I named the gray squirrel Pedro, just been letting the bed bugs bite. And I believe in the actions of this Phoebe, who's built its clever nest upon my porch, a peaceful raindrops. And it's hard to believe in war. I've been feeding logs to the fire, preaching to the cricket choir, smoking an old corncob pipe, and soon these apples will be ripe. And we'll be picking apples and mandolins. We'll be picking our noses, picking our friends. We'll be picking ticks off the dogs now and again. Yeah, picking and a grinning. I believe in the actions of this Phoebe, who's built its clever nest upon our porch, a peaceful raindrops. And it's hard to believe in war. You know, it's funny, a lot of you know that I do this all the time, but I do these things and then I'm simultaneously really proud of myself and also just ashamed. Just like that I had to do it or that I had never done it before. But sitting here waiting to go live tonight is the first time in my life, and I'm embarrassed to admit this, but it's the first time in my life I ever sat down and played the holes in order on the harmonica and then found the notes on the guitar. Yeah, that one's counterintuitive. Oh, there it is. And it's that one twice. Hot tip for those that are going to try this at home now, because I'm telling this story, is and the reason I'm struggling so hard is because the way I did it before, I was in a G formation, and that's the first time I've ever done it, and I had a little pattern memorized starting in the G formation, but this is an A harmonica, so I'm getting a little confused down here. But the thing I kept doing wrong is trying to play them at the same time. I don't know them yet, so play the note on the harmonica first and then find it on the guitar. Don't try to match or guess. Just take your time and... but it's the first time I'd ever done it, and I'm already so excited. I'm gonna do scales with just harmonica matching the notes. The thing that I've accidentally done for the first time ever in the last few weeks is I'll be like playing like and trying to like play notes on the guitar and notes on the harmonica that are sort of the same or harmonizing or something. I've had some accidental moments that have completely inspired me, and so now I'm gonna do some of the work. That's what, if this if this show was really on brand, I would just do that now and really just try to match the notes. God, when I get rich and famous, they're going to issue a Nathan Moore signature harmonica where half the notes don't work. They just sound sticky. They'll break loose for a second and then close back up. Yeah, you got that Nathan Moore signature sound. I like it. I like your style. But yeah, I'm really super proud of myself for finally getting my brain around what these notes on this thing actually are. It's great. Super ashamed I waited till I was 54 years old to do it, but hey, it's never too late to have a happy childhood. Practice. All right, I have seen a couple of requests come in, and some of these songs have been from the request list, but I haven't properly looked for it. Gus, will you give me a drum roll, please? Thank you. There it is, the official request list of the night. Dan the Man. All right, interesting. Movin' by Lovin'. The Dog Song. I was like, which one? And then I read RRR. I got it. Sound of Amelia Singing. Fun. Sentence to Rooftops. Check. Phoebe Poem. Check. Help Wanted. All again? Yeah. I did that one last night. It's a pretty epic, slow tune, but it does need the practice. That's for sure. All right, somebody pick a letter between A and G. Because I do not know what key this song should be sung in. I guess I'm already in A here. Here comes Dad, the mandolin picker, kicking up dust into town. He ran so fast, he was just a blur. Must be some picking going down. So I ran to grab my boots on. I ran to grab my sound. But by the time I'd ran, he's long gone. Didn't see Dan anywhere around. Oh, music don't do fences. It finds you like a friend. I just have to use my senses, have to rely on the wind. From the vine I plucked a moondrop. To the sky I tossed a star. And as I crossed the hilltop, I heard fiddling from afar. Again, what was that? I was far from where it was going. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize y'all were looking at the keyboard the whole time. Oh, that's so funny. Sorry. Again, so proud of myself and ashamed at the same time. Just like clockwork. But yeah, if we could put a little backbeat in that, pick it up around the third verse so it's like a little bluegrassy, and definitely, I thought about it too late, but I got the gimmick for the selling I heard fiddling from afar could be epic. Holy moly, should we just spend the rest of the practice cracking this code or what? There's a lot going on there. Speaking of crackling codes. Crackling codes. No, I knew I was jumping the gun is a good word for it. I was jumping the gun. I was like, no, I can do it. Someday I'll be able to do what I just tried to do, but not yet. I knew it was too soon. You know, that's the problem. You can't stop practicing too soon. You can't go right to the show. Got it. For the nerds out there, the mistake I made, and someday I will be able to make this mistake and get away with it, but I find once I have the first loop locked in, the other two loops are locked to that as far as its start and stop time. It'll be synced up to it. And so if I find after I get the first one, if on the next one I just create a blank loop first and then overdub the blank loop, then I'm not trying to hit my in point and out point while I'm performing the part, which I'm just not good enough yet to do. But it's like rubbing my tummy and patting my head. I still can't do that right out of the gate. I can get it eventually, but I can't go right into it. So what I have to do is take that time to create the blank loop first, and then even if I mess up, I can undo, and it's just a bigger bullseye for us amateurs. By the time I'm ready for prime time, though, I'll be able to create that loop on the fly, and it'll all happen a lot faster. Oh my God, that was a magic one. I don't even want to add anything to that loop. Oh my God, listen to this one by itself. Holy moly. Rubber ball. I am a rubber ball aiming for the sky. If I give the ground my all, no need to wonder why. No need to be too good to be true. If I'm falling, let me fall. Let me do as I do. I'm a rubber ball. I am a rubber ball, you bottom for a dime. All I know is the harder I hit the bottom, the higher I fly. No need to be too good to be true. If I'm falling, let me fall. Let me do as I do. I'm a rubber ball. Rubber ball, I can never say I do. 'Cause anything I was falling for, I was bound to fall the other way too. No need to be too good to be true. If I'm falling, let me fall. Let me do as I do. I'm a rubber ball. rubber ball about to hit the ground. They can't see my smile at all, but I'm just upside down. No need to be too good to be true. If I'm falling, let me fall. Let me do as I do. I'm a rubber ball. No need to be too good to be true. Let me do as I do. Of course, I'm bouncing off the wall. I'm a rubber ball. Oh, man. Makes me wish we had practice tomorrow night. I'll just have to play it all by myself. Oh, man, it gets more fun every time. Yeah, cracking some codes here, folks. Well, hopefully when I come back on Monday night, it looks like our glass is empty. Our glass is empty. My cup is full. I will be back on Monday night, hopefully with a newly restored, repaired, stronger than ever Leo, the Inception guitar. Oh, thanks, Joe. Oh, good. That's great. Yeah, that was the first time. I've played that song 3 times this week, and that was the first time I didn't mess up the choruses. A little bit less intrusive thoughts. Just getting it down to a science. Got it down to a science. That's what I'm talking about. We do need a leaving song. How are we getting out of here? I was born in Virginia. 50-some-odd years ago. I ran away for the first time when I was 4 years old. I'm a freeborn man. Yeah, my home is on my back. I know every inch of highway, every foot of back road, every bit of railroad track. Got a gal in Cincinnati, a woman in San Antonio. I always loved the girl next door, but any place is home. I'm a freeborn man, and my home is on my back. I know every inch of highway, every foot of back road, every bit of railroad track. And I got this worn out guitar, carry an old tote sack. It about 200 times, I always seem to get it back. I'm a freeborn man. Yeah, my home is on my back. I know every inch of highway, every foot of back road, every bit of railroad track. Well, you might not like my playing, you might not like my songs. Well, you might not like me now, but you love me when I'm gone. I'm a freeborn man. My home is on my back. I know every inch of highway, every foot of back road, every bit of railroad track. Oh, I'm a freeborn man. My home is on my back. I know every inch of highway, every foot of back road, every bit of railroad track. Oh, man, so much fun. Thank you so much for bending your ear in my direction. I sure do appreciate it. Be silly. Be honest. Always trust your cape. Moving by loving, shaking by soul, grooving not shoving, taking it slow, sharing in the trouble, sharing in the pain. We can't just like lonely